Hello everybody, welcome to another video. In this one, we're doing a follow-up to our playthrough of Sea of Stars. We're gonna do a tier list here of a bunch of the Sea of Stars characters from like, okay, so last time I did a Paradise Killer one, and it was like dateable to least dateable. Instead on this one, because there's too many undateable ones on here. So we're gonna do just a straight up like normal tier maker here. This is like, you know, the coolest, the most badass, you know, to the least. So that's where we're standing here. And some of these characters, legit, there's a couple I actually don't think I ran into or just don't know enough about. So I did pull up the wiki to my right so that I can kind of get a feel for a few of them that I'm unsure about. So there we go. So let's start with we'll just start with Zale here. Zale, I mean, obviously he's one of the two main characters, the other one being Valir. Zale, at first I didn't like him that much. I didn't like his kit very much when we first started playing, but he grew on me, and then I realized quickly that he was way more powerful. So like, this dude is like the Goku, like he is super powerful. Whereas like her, I feel like she had more utility, but he did way more damage. That might have been how I ended up speccing them as they leveled up and everything, but I've got to put Zale at S tier, where if I had filled this out earlier in my playthrough, he would have been A or B. Teeks is an easy S tier. I love Teeks so much. She is so funny, so fun, so cute. I wish she had been playable. It's a shame that she wasn't. She's easy S tier. So now I got to figure out which of these is which, because there is a difference between them all. Okay, so this one is 1. He's the one that had the sword and shield. So he was out of all of them, I think he was probably the tougher one to fight. But now like I'm having to figure out this idea of like, how is he going to compare to some of these others on the list, like some of the other bosses and stuff? Maybe I have to do like just a straight up boss tier list at some point. I don't know. But he was also the leader of all of them, so he's pretty BA. So because he was more difficult and he was their leader, I'll put him at A tier. I really liked him. When they first showed up, they were pretty intimidating. I like them quite a bit. So the next one, let's see. So this is 2. 2 was the magic user. He was pretty easy. I didn't find him intimidating, really. He was very easy to beat. Though I think my first death came when 2 was around. I don't remember. But, I don't think it was more because of him. I think it was because of one of the others that I died. So I'm going to put him at... I'll put him at a B. So this is 3. And I think 3 had the double swords. So I think he was more the reason that I died before. I'd have to go back and check, but I remember 3 being very hard to deal with. So I will put 3 up here. I'm gonna put 3 up here with 1. 4 was the big bulky guy. I don't think he was much of a challenge. In fact, I think he was less of a challenge than him. I'm gonna put 4 as a C tier. Yeah. I turn my audio down a little bit. So this is the Elder Mist. He helped train us. His first battle, the first battle with him was tough, but only because I didn't understand the system very well yet. And I also didn't understand how to fight him. So that was more of a me error than anything. Going back and fighting him a second time, he was still pretty tough though. But never at any point was I like super freaked out by it. But he's very helpful. He's very jolly. I'm gonna put him at a. I'm gonna put Elder Mist at B tier. He's pretty cool. This was the Mulkin Mayor. He is just a lovable goofball. I mean, he's not BA in any sense. He's just a fun dude. So, he's kind of lovable. He's endearing because of that. But like, there's really not much else to him. So like, I feel like I got to put him here at C. Okay, so this was Malcolmud. He was the sorcerer. His fight, I remember his fight being somewhat difficult. He was really powerful. Malcolmud was pretty powerful. I did enjoy the battle with him. I like it that he's like supposed to be just a little kid, and he was basically like holding this entire town hostage, but just because he was like playing around with sorcery and everything like that. I'm gonna, and he's just so cute. Look at him. I think Malcolmud is probably B tier. Yeah, well, I'll say B tier for Malcolmud. Okay, now trying to remember all their names. Valtrade. This was the guy that... Oh, he's the guy that beat me in arm wrestling. Because he would change and his shirt would rip off and he'd get all muscly and huge. He's pretty good. But like, he doesn't have much impact on the story or anything. But he is pretty fun. So I think I'll put Valtrade at B. I feel like we're going to have a lot in the B tier. Yolande. Yolande is the leader of the pirates aside from Sarai when she's in her captain's outfit. She is super funny. She's super fun. I love her character. I think she's got to go A tier at least. She doesn't really help us fight or anything like that. So like, I would have a hard time putting her at like S tier or something, but I do feel like she could live in the A tier and be fine. I feel like that would be okay. Valir, my girl. She's good. She wasn't as powerful as Zale. but I really do like her. Obviously I chose her as my main character. But here's this though. I probably used her Moonerang more than almost anything in this game. As far as stuff goes. I think I had her probably out more than anybody else. So even though he was, I feel like, more powerful, she had more stuff that was usable for me, like more utility. So I think she does have to go up in S tier along with the others. Okay, so this is Keenathan. He's funny, but like other than a laugh, he is of no real importance. He's kind of in the reign of this guy here, where he didn't matter too much, but he was fun to have around. So I think I'll put him here in the C. Okay, this is Duke Avery. I'm pretty sure that was his name, right? Duke Avery? I'm just scrolling through my stuff to see for sure. Aventry. That's right. This dude was cool. He put up a really good fight. He helped us towards the end. And we ended up doing some stuff for him too. I think he's got to be at least, if not A tier, at least B tier. This is making me reevaluate my things here. I think I want to move I think I want to shift a few people around real quick, because I think there needs to be a slight difference between someone like him and someone like them. There needs to be more of a gap. But like D tier is like the bad tier. Like that's the nothing. So maybe I'll just deal with what I've got here. So I did like Duke a lot. He's going to go into the... Does he fit in A tier though? Is he A tier material? I think he is, especially his design and everything. A tier. So now we got Romaya. She, I think, is definitely A tier, if not S tier. Like, I had a really hard time with her original fight. Then I ended up fighting her again, and that second fight was not in the Let's Play. It's like the only fight I did that wasn't captured was her second fight. That was to help him out. I wish I would have gotten that stuff, but like I didn't think it was going to be of any consequence. I learned later it was. So her design is great. She's got a great story to her. She's funny. Her fight was tough, really tough. I think Romaya's going to go S tier. She was really good. This is Hortense, my second wife, whom I love and will cherish for the rest of my life. She is the one that let us have the boat, so you live up there. He's not Stormcaller, is he? He is Stormcaller. I was gonna say, I thought the boat was the Vespertine, so he is Stormcaller. His fight was super cool. It wasn't as hard as I thought it would be, but it was still difficult. But man, his design is amazing. So Stormcaller is gonna live in the A tier for sure. Moyara was cool. Helped us with some stuff. No fight or any. At least I don't remember there being a fight. I don't think there was a fight. No. I don't know. I don't think she wasn't that big of a deal. She was just interesting. She was an interesting character. So I'm thinking probably C for her. Oracle of Tides had even less to do with, like, he helped us with something, but he had even less to do with the overall story. So he was hardly of any consequence at all. So unfortunately, I'm going to have to put him at D tier. D tier with this doesn't mean I don't like them. It just means like they really had little consequence to me. Like I don't have an attachment to them at all. Maybe that's how I should say this, is like my attachment level to these characters. Attachment to no attachment to who? Who is this? Okay. I'm so bad with names. Kale, the leader of the old children. He was very helpful, and I liked the story involving Kale. But like I wasn't that into, like, his design just kind of creeped me out a little bit. I'm going to put Kale at a C, but I might end up scoring Artificer different. I'll explain why in a little bit. Okay, so this was the Watchmaker. Watchmaker really had no consequence much aside from they played a role in one of the like side stories that I had to do, and in getting something to take down or to confront the Fleshmancer. As a character though, the idea of them is really cool. They just didn't do much. But I really do like the idea of them. So there's just like they're a character that has some aura to them, so they're gonna go to B. Oops. Garl is the bravest of everyone. Garl's S tier easily. Totally brave. He is GOAT. He's up there. Fleshmancer is a little bitch. He is. He's so intimidating, but like I don't want to spoil anything. But like there's something I still have yet to do, so it's hard for me to put blame on this character for something. So he's a good villain though. A really good villain. I'm gonna put him at A tier, I think. I don't know, man. The aura he's got, and he did like, I felt really intimidated by him when he first came out, so that might earn an S tier. No, because of something, he doesn't earn S tier. There's a specific reason he doesn't earn S tier. Wentworth the Dragon, he's got a really terrible name. He can get my cash now because his initials are JG. Someone will understand that reference, I hope. I mean, he's just a sleepy dragon that likes bread. That's enough. C. C tier. Okay, the mini birds. I gotta remember who each of these birds are. I know they were all bosses, but I gotta remember which one is which. Okay. This guy, if I remember right, I pretty much ignored him, I think. No. This guy I ignored through, I think, for the most part when I was fighting. It was one of these two. I took him out first. And then I ignored one of these two and just concentrated on the other. And then the other one just died. And I feel like I'm trying to look at them now. No, you know what? I was trying to take him out. I was trying to take him out and I couldn't because of something, and I had to keep attacking him, but then this dude just died. Just randomly died. So this dude wasn't too hard, obviously, but neither was this dude. This dude was a pain. So a pain multiple times, but like none of them were that good. So I'm gonna put him at a C because it wasn't a hard battle. I think these guys are both on the D tier. Now this is the guy that came in later. We freed him while we were in the spires, Verlo, and then he comes back later to aid us in something. But like, he's absent almost the entire game. Like, we free him and then like he's barely there to help us. Like, we do so much stuff before he comes back. Like, so because of the little consequence he has, I mean, he does something big, but like, he's gonna live here in the D tier. So Artificer, I guess I shouldn't spoil. For those of you that haven't played the game yet and I shouldn't spoil things about Artificer. Artificer is equal parts a little creepy, but very helpful and a good, has a great personality. I think Artificer can be B tier. Yes, I think B tier is a good place. So LeJug was a much easier boss fight than he should have been, I feel like. So, but like, such a cool design. So I think that'll help a little bit. Like, I enjoyed the battle. I just destroyed him. So put him at C versus the Soul Curator, which I had zero problems with at all. Like, I mean, I like the story and how it played out and everything. That was interesting, but that has nothing to do with that character. He's kind of a coward. He's sort of lame. He has a very satisfying ending, but like, the dude kind of just sucks. He was way too easy. So, Elisandrelle was awesome. This was super cool. Very much enjoyed that fight. It looked awesome. Kinda kicked her ass though. But regardless, I had a really fun time. I loved the design. I'm gonna go, I might go S tier for her. Yep, I think I will. I really liked her. Sarai is an easy S tier. She was another one, much like her, that I think I had her out the majority of the time. Sarai is probably the one, if you haven't played this yet, you'll probably use Sarai more than anybody, I think. These three guys, like, I think I met this one. I don't think I met these two. So, but like, I just really don't remember any interaction with them that stands out to me whatsoever. Like, I have no memory of them, so I'm gonna put them there. This dude I know I didn't meet. And I'm looking over here on the wiki, and I can see that this is the quiz master, which I'm guessing wanted all those quiz sheets I kept finding, but I never found him. So I'm just gonna put him as have we met. I just feel like I don't know him enough. This was the crypt guy, I think. Yeah, Crypt Walker. He was nice. He was kind of funny. I enjoyed him. I'm gonna put him. We'll put him. I'll put him here. He was just cool. I like the idea of him. Okay, this is the Gorilla Matriarch. There is definitely a couple forms to this person for different reasons. But overall, if I consider everything that has to do with the Gorilla Matriarch, I think I'm going to put them at a B tier. I don't want to share too much, but B tier I think sounds good. Okay, this is the Ferryman, who had a little tongue-in-cheek to him. He's kind of cool, but not much. So I think Ferryman... I think I'll also put you at the C tier. This is the guy, I can't pronounce his name. Kukar, I think? Kukar or Kukar, I'm not sure. He was the one statue that could talk. He was kind of fun, but like, I don't know. I could really take or leave him. I didn't think that was that cool of an interaction. I feel like they put a lot more emphasis on it than was needed. But, I don't know. He was okay. It was some fun comedy relief a little bit. So I think he's just going to live here with these guys in the C tier. They were okay, but didn't feel like too much of consequence to me. You know, though, I do feel like, though, that Kale deserves to be up a tier, considering this. Yes, I'm going to move Kale up. Yes, I feel better about that. Okay, Rashawn. Rashawn is good. There's... I like Rashawn a lot, and I did use him a lot, but like there's some stuff that I don't know, like he's very important to the story. There was one thing that I didn't like about him, and that's kind of keeping in story too. So I'm gonna put him right up here next to Fleshmancer. Beast is not in the game that long. He's cool. He's got a lot of personality. He's really cool, but like for a playable character, you have him the least, and I feel like he's probably the least effective. mean, there was definitely times I used him, but like I didn't use him that much. So I think, I don't know, I do still like the guy though. So I'm thinking A tier. Like he's a playable, but he's not S tier. Brugovs. Brugovs is, and I still don't think I'm saying his name right. It's probably Brugaves, but I'm being fancy with it. Brugovs. He was one of our trainers at the beginning. Not gonna spoil things. Not gonna spoil things. I'm gonna put Brugovs at, I think I'll put him at B tier. But Erlina, I like more. She's definitely got like a more attitude, more spunk. She's more interesting to me. So Erlina's gonna be at the A tier for sure. So this is the Headmaster Moraine. He's kind of a dick, to be honest, but like I kind of understand why. And the guy really takes a backseat at some point. So it's really hard to judge. And now I think about it, I don't know that point gets resolved towards the end. Like now that is opening up a question for me that I don't think. I have questions about him now. Anyway, I think that I'm gonna put him. I think he's gonna be B tier for me, next to Brugovs, his student. This is, I don't know his name, but he was the announcer for the arena. Sig. There's no reason he needs to be on this list. He's just D tier. Like he doesn't, you don't like meet and talk to the guy. Okay, I gotta remember the name of this guy. Weird. Okay. He is the training golem. There's no reason he needs to be on this list either. Like he's a training golem. He's going to be at the D. This is the AI core, which I've affectionately dubbed Al Core based on how it looks in the text. Al Core doesn't really have a personality. It's just integral to the story. I mean, it talks and everything, but like there's no personality to it. So Alcor is going to have to be a D tier for me. Rocky is a good boy. Rocky is Malcolm Mudd's pet. He's a good boy. I do like him. I would ride him and pet him. He's just so derpy. I'll put him at a B here. What a cutie. And this guy, who... It's just a dude chilling, right? Like, why is this guy here? His name is Gatton Piment. And the only thing I see about him... Okay, I do remember seeing him. I just never really talked to him. He was hanging out in Brisk. And then apparently he... will get washed out into the ocean at some point too. Oh, apparently he shows up several times, just lost at sea. Okay. He's always just hanging out in the sea. He's just loving life, man. I didn't meet him though, but I love the idea. So, I'm gonna have to put him at Have We Met, since I didn't talk to him. I've only just seen him. But okay, I think that's where we are. Let me re-examine again. Didn't really meet these guys. This is our D tier, where the personality just really isn't there, or they were just didn't feel that much of consequence for one reason or another. Here is somewhat more attachment, either because of story or personality or difficulty in dealing with them. Yeah, I think that feels right. Okay, moving up. Now this is more attachment to them based on story element, design, difficulty in dealing with them. Yes. And then this tier, this is a tier of like, they're awesome, but they're just not at the S tier. And then we've got our S tier. This is our complete badasses. I love all of them. Would probably marry each one of them. Except you. I won't marry you. But I still love you. But I'd marry the rest of you. But you have to keep your mask on your face. Don't take that off, please. Okay. There he is. There's my tier list for Sea of Stars. Let me know if you agree or disagree, and what you would do differently. I want to know. Put it down in the comments. And if you did like this, like, share, comment, subscribe, do all those things. And I'll see you in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.